We now present George Edwards as the Hunchback of Notre-Dame. In the previous episode, we heard how Esmeralda and Pierre Grinois had persuaded Captain Phoebus de Chateaupert to help them escape from Paris. That day, Captain Phoebus, accompanied by a party of men-at-arms, paid a visit to the Cathedral of Notre-Dame. There he found Tom Frollo conferring with Quasimodo and Jehan de Moulin. The captain ordered the arrest of Jehan de Moulin, who was seized by the soldiers. Tom Frollo sprang to his brother's defense.
Captain de Chateaupert, this is an outrage. Here, in the very precincts of the Cathedral of Notre-Dame, your soldiers have laid violent hands upon my brother.
Peace, Tom Frollo. Your brother is suspected of having made an attack upon one Pierre Grinois, a poet. He will have every chance to clear himself of the charge against him.
I did not harm Pierre Grinois. I know nothing about him.
Do you admit that he is known to you?
I only know him as the husband of La Esmeralda.
Information has come to me that you made a murderous attack on Pierre Grinois. He and his wife are both prepared to give evidence against you. There will be an inquiry held.
You have no right to take me. I am the brother of the Archdeacon of Notre-Dame. And you dare to take the word of a vagrant gypsy girl and her sniveling husband? I will not go.
You will either come peacefully or my men will drag you from here.
Hear me, Captain Phoebus. I am innocent of this charge. There is no reason why I should attempt to kill Pierre Grinois.
It is not for me to inquire into the reason of the attack. The provost shall do that.
Tell me what Esmeralda said. What lie has she told? Give me a chance to defend myself.
You do not have to defend yourself to me. My duty is simply to arrest you.
Claude, you cannot let them take me. If I leave here, I will never return. There is some foul plot against me.
Captain Phoebus, there is no need to place my brother under arrest. I promise that I will keep him here at the cathedral. I will not allow him to leave until the inquiry is held.
It would be against the law for me to do that, Tom Frollo. Your brother must come with me.
This man hates us, Claude. He has a grudge against us. The charge is not true.
I am merely doing my duty.
Captain de Chateaupert, I beg of you, do not take my brother away. So many men have been imprisoned on a false charge. They disappear and are never seen nor heard of again. I could not bear that fate to befall my brother.
If your brother is innocent, Tom Frollo, he has nothing to fear.
Of course I am innocent.
That remains to be seen. Do you know anything of this, Quasimodo?
I know nothing at all.
You shall all be expected to attend the inquiry in due course. Come, Jehan de Moulin, march with my men.
My brother Claude, do not let them take me.
I assure you that I will do all in my power to have you released, Jehan. Do not fear. I will seek speech with my Lord Cardinal at once.
The matter is outside the jurisdiction of my Lord Cardinal. As one of the officers of the King's Guard, it is my duty to keep law and order. Rest assured that your brother will receive justice. Come, my men.
Quasimodo, they have taken my brother. He means all the world to me. I swore to our mother that I would watch over him.
But he tried to kill Pierre Grinois.
Yes, he did. But it was at my behest. It is all my fault. He must be saved, Quasimodo.
How can you save him if he is guilty? Pierre Grinois and Esmeralda will speak against him.
Quasimodo, many times have I been brutal to you. Many times have I forgotten that you are a human creature with human feelings. But have you forgotten that I took you in as a lad when every man's hand was against you because of your deformity? Have you forgotten that I gave you protection? I taught you to peal the bells of the cathedral, and I gave you a home and a roof over your head.
I have not forgotten that, Master.
I am suffering because of my own sins, and it is in your power to help me.
How can I help you?
You must go and find La Esmeralda. Seek her out and persuade her not to speak against my brother. Tell her that I will arrange for her to leave Paris. Tell her that I will do anything, providing that my brother's life is spared.
But why should Esmeralda heed me?
She will heed you. She sympathizes with you. It is useless my going to see her, because she hates me. Go, and plead with her for my sake, Quasimodo.
I will go, my master, and plead with her.
And if that poet husband of hers refuses, you are capable of killing them both.
I would not harm Esmeralda.
What is Esmeralda to you?
There are only two people in the world for whom I would lay down my life. You are one. Esmeralda is the other.
You fool! The girl hates you. She looks on you with scorn.
You lie!
She told me that she hated you.
I do not believe that. I only remember that when I was suffering, when I cried out for water, Esmeralda was kind to me. She does not jeer at me. She does not shudder when she sees me in the streets. She is my friend, and I would not harm a friend.
Jahan is my brother. I will leave no stone unturned to save him. You are heavily in my debt, Quasimodo. I ask you now to redeem that debt. Go, plead with Esmeralda, plead with her husband, and if they will not heed you, then destroy them.
There is much I would do for you, my master, but no one can make me harm Esmeralda.
You dare to disobey me?
I must disobey you. For years I have lived in darkness, going about my daily tasks, existing only to obey your orders. And one day, a ray of light came into my life. For the first time I knew happiness. I was pleased to be alive. That ray of light still shines on me. Do you ask me to blot it out? You are asking me to return to my old unhappy existence.
I ask you to aid me.
I will do all that I can to aid you, my master, but no harm will come to Esmeralda through me. That I swear.
Do you wish to see me suffer? Do you wish my brother to be killed?
I have no liking for your brother. You are my master, and I will obey you. I will go and seek out Esmeralda, and will try and reason with her.
Some hours later, Quasimodo went in search of Esmeralda. He went to her room in the Coeur de Marac, but she was not there, so the hunchback decided to wait for her. In about an hour's time, Esmeralda entered, unaccompanied.
Why, Quasimodo, what are you doing here?
I have come to seek speech with you, La Esmeralda. Where is your husband?
Pierre has gone to see Captain Phoebus to find out when we are to give evidence against Jehan de Moulin.
I have come to see you about Jehan de Moulin. I have come to plead with you to stay your hand.
Jehan de Moulin is a scoundrel and a murderer.
He is the brother of Dom Frollo, my master.
What is Dom Frollo to you?
Years and years ago, I was but a boy. I was repulsive and an object of hatred to all who set eyes on me. If I appeared in the streets, the people would throw stones at me. And on one occasion, I fled from the crowd and took refuge in the Cathedral of Notre-Dame. The crowd followed me there. But suddenly, Dom Frollo appeared. He ordered the people back, and he gave me his protection. He took me in, fed and clothed me, and he taught me to ring the bells. You might think that an ugly, revolting creature like me has no soul and no gratitude. But I cannot forget what Dom Frollo did for me. He gave me some beauty in life. I live for the bells and for the pealing noise which they make calling the people to worship. By the sound of those bells, the soul of Quasimodo was born. And now I plead for my master, who is suffering.
Dom Frollo is an evil man. I hate him. He has caused an edict to be issued forbidding me to leave Paris. If that edict is renounced, I will not speak against his brother.
Perhaps Dom Frollo cannot have the edict renounced once it has been issued.
If that is the case, then Jehan de Moulin must suffer for his crimes.
Esmeralda, you brought some beauty into my life. You gave me water when I was suffering. And now I ask you to bring peace and comfort to the man who is my master.
I cannot do it, Quasimodo. I must think of my own life and the life of my husband. It must be proved that Jehan de Moulin and Dom Frollo were plotting against us. They must be found guilty in order that Pierre and I may leave Paris.
Dom Frollo will give you his protection if you save his brother's life.
You know the laws of the land, Quasimodo. Dom Frollo cannot aid him now. He must clear himself of this charge before he will be allowed to leave Paris.
I owe a duty to Dom Frollo, and I am trying to discharge that duty, Esmeralda. I go to my knees before you. Do not turn a deaf ear to my pleas.
Quasimodo, I pity you, but I have my own life to consider, and I have no liking for Dom Frollo. You are asking me to forgive a man who would have murdered my husband. You are asking me to place not only my own life in danger, but the life of Pierre Gringoire. I am sorry. I cannot accede to your request. Jehan de Moulin must face the charge against him. And when the provost questions me, I shall tell the truth.
I have told you my story, Esmeralda. You have pitied me and aided me in the past. I ask your aid once again.
I cannot give it.
Is it useless for me to plead with you?
Quite useless, Quasimodo. I realize how you feel toward your master, but he has been evil to me and to my husband. Return to him and tell him that Esmeralda will bring about his brother's downfall.
The hunchback looked pleadingly at Esmeralda. She refused to soften her heart. Slowly the hunchback moved towards the door, hoping every moment that Esmeralda would call him back. Will Jehan de Moulin suffer for his crime? What does fate hold in store for Esmeralda? We shall hear that in the next episode of The Hunchback of Notre-Dame.